Hey guys, welcome to my review of The Kill Order by James Dashner. Just to let everybody know, I still plan on continuing my other series. I have multiple books that I've already read, multiple scripts that I'm, working with right now. So I'm not abandoning any other books or series that I've started to do the Maze Runner series. But my library was giving them away for free, so I decided why not. I picked up the prequel to The Maze Runner, The Kill Order, first. And I wasn't so sure about reading the prequel first, because for many series, I've just, read it in the order of release. But, oh man, am I glad that I read this one first. I mean, I don't know how good the other ones are. I haven't read them yet. But after reading The Kill Order, I'm absolutely amazed. I did not expect this level of emotional depth. I did not expect this level of relationship between the characters. The Kill Order follows Mark, who has survived the sun flares, a great disaster on Earth, and he survived the aftermath as well. He lives, in the woods, in the mountains, the Appalachian Mountains, for about a year, with some friends of his mentor, and his girlfriend, and they're all living in the woods, and then things take a dark turn when a blimp arrives and begins shooting them with darts that seem to cause instant death. So then the story follows Mark and his friends as they try and uncover the mystery of who was running the barges that carried the people shooting the darts, and where they came from, and just how to save their way of life. And it gets really, really deep. Like I said, I was amazed with the emotional depth here. It kept giving me Hunger Game vibes, and I think I'm gonna get like double Hunger Game vibes when I'm reading The Maze Runner, just from what I know so far. But The Kill Order gave me Hunger Game vibes. It had that romance bit, and I'm a sucker for romance in novels. I don't, like I said in my Twilight video, not a big romance novel guy. I like it to be focused on the action, but I do like to have a good romantic side story. So I feel like that's a very good, important part. I feel like that builds the emotional side of the story. The relationship between Mark and his girlfriend Trina is very, very deep, especially in this post-apocalyptic world where they may be the only ones for each other. And so that's a very good dynamic. Mark's mentor, named Alec, a retired military vet. I think he brings a great dynamic to his relationship to Mark is almost father-like. It's really really deep there as well. Um, but I mean, like the Hunger Games, this book is more of like a PG-13 experience. I reading through it, it was quite thrilling in many of the action scenes, but it was more of a PG-13 experience. I found myself multiple times thinking, because my family, they like to read bedtime stories. I found myself thinking, no way that this could be read for a bedtime story, because this is some pretty extreme stuff, from men with no ears to absolute insanity, madness. It deals with some very, very deep topics, and some very insane topics at times. I think it handles it well to create a very thrilling, sometimes even, scary vibe. That I feel like there is some horror mixed into it with just how the world has become so insane in the universe. After this apocalypse, the world has become so insane, and I feel like that's a core aspect of this story. So, I don't have much more to say on this book other than I loved it. I found some of the parts to be pretty insane, but that didn't make me love it any less. The story had me sitting on the edge of my seat. I actually finished it late last night. And I'll be starting on Maze Runner soon. So, just because of the sheer brilliance of the story, the engagement that it gave me, there a great few books give you that real feeling of like I can't put this book down, not because I just want to get through it, but because I can't stop. I need to know what happens next. So yeah, I'm gonna give this one a good 5 out of 5 stars, and let's put a bookmark in it for now. I'll see all of you next time.